Hey, good evening. People pouring in already. I love it. Benji, Apocalypse Gaming. Good to see you. Jose, Soup, Mad Mania, New Jack. What is good, y'all? I believe Apo is still streaming himself. So we're going to kind of focus on this 1093, 307 pass, KvK, this deal. While Apo is still streaming, if you're interested in seeing the past fights at 2489 and 1960, jump over there, give Apo a like. Once we get a few more people on, we'll go over our own KvK matchup. Look at the changes since we last pulled stats yesterday. So yesterday we pulled stats for May, and those stats were updated today for June. So that kind of influenced our allies and how we chose allies today. So, and Fub is here. Y'all are here. Y'all are killing it this morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is. I did forget to put up the poll. So give me just a quick second to throw that up there. There we are. Nice little friendly reminder to click that like button. I saw your new legendary piece of equipment, Soup. Yes, very nice. Eternal Night, I think. Eternal Pants. I forget exactly what they're called, but congratulations on your first legendary piece of equipment, sir. Mad Minia's swarm senses are tingling. Yes, I am excited. We have got a KvK coming up. It looks like a fairly even matchup. We should get some fights this KvK. I cannot wait. We are fat. Our kingdom is fat. We hit C seed. We're out of D's. We are a C seed kingdom now. We need to trim the fat. The message has gone out on our Discord. Let me just quote it for you. From Kat herself. As stated above, with the new stats, we are now ranked as a C seed kingdom. That being said, please be on notice that everyone will be monitored closely this KvK for activity, and any excess weight will be trimmed at the end of KvK. So Kat is putting on her yoga pants and her leg warmers, and she is putting us all on a diet. Oh my God, Fub, are you okay? Blame Callow, that's what I do. So yeah, I mean So yesterday when we were watching this KvK, right? 93 was pushing out. They were rallying some forts, and today they're behind the pass playing defense. So here's my theory on that, right? I think yesterday, they were pushing out. They were burning some forts. They were clearing the field. They got all 3 forts burned. They were all on fire when I woke up this morning. I think all of their activities yesterday was just planning. I really do think that they plan and they strategize like this. They were pushing out, they were clearing fields, they were rallying forts to see when the 307 uptime was and their downtime was. And they were making notes. I would be willing to bet these guys got a spreadsheet somewhere saying this rally failed at this time, this rally failed at this time. Okay, we had the field and these rallies failed, or these rallies worked at this time. That honestly, that's how calculated and that's how much planning I think 93 does. So right now they've been playing defense for the past while. I mean, they're starting to push out now. Seeing some good action here now, but I really do think that that's how they play. They do things smart. spine surgery. They placed a new oh, good God. Ooh. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're doing well, and you will be in our thoughts and prayers for a fast and speedy recovery. Dark Knight says, I really want to face 1029, but you guys are a C seed and we're an A seed. Hey, drop some power. Drop some power. Drop some power. So we'll wait till we get 20 people watching. Then we'll look at the new stats compared to the old stats. And if you've seen it on my Discord, you already know who we're paired up with. But if not, we'll bring up our KvK map as well. Speaking of KvK maps, we'll bring up the 1307v1093 map since that's what we're watching. What do you guys think? Do you think all of the 93 activity yesterday was just in an effort to figure out when 307's uptime and downtime was, or what? I mean, when they push out though, when they push out though, it's crazy. Crazy the amount of field presence they have at times. If you don't join, I hope you stand on Legos. I believe 307 is an international kingdom. I think the majority of their players are U.S. and European, though. Don't quote me on that, but all right. Looks like 93 is recalling some troops, and I can't wait anymore, right? I can't wait anymore. So here we go. So this is displaying a couple of things, right? It is showing the May stats that I pulled last night for each kingdom, and the June stats that we pulled this morning for each kingdom. It's got the power difference, green is an increase. It's got the KP difference, green is an increase. And then it's got the overall camp differential, power and KP difference, right? So if we take a look at Earth Camp, 4 out of the 5 kingdoms in Earth Camp dropped in power between May and June. And 2 out of the 5 kingdoms dropped in kill points from May to June, with one of those kingdoms dropping 77.9 billion kill points. That's a huge chunk of kill points leaving their kingdom. So their camp difference was only negative 4.4 billion power, and their kill point difference was negative 66 billion kill points. That's a lot. That's a lot. You know, looking at fire, pretty much the same thing. They had a couple of kingdoms that are in green, but they have 3 that are in red. Overall, the fire camps between the May and the June stats, they were down 66 billion kill points also. Okay, looking at water, water came out wash on their power difference, right? So it was a wash. They were up 11.7 billion kill points. So either they had some fighting that ended in May and they're going back into another KvK really quickly, or they got some migrants in. And then if we look at the wind camp, which is our camp, we had a seriously good migration, up 1.8 billion power, up 45.8 billion kill points, which brings our camp total to being up 1.7 billion power and up 32.5 billion kill points. So in looking at this and discussing with a lot of the leadership, you know, we felt, hey, and the fact that we have been allies with 2160 for 2 prior KvKs, they're in the wind camp, or excuse me, they're in the water camp. And both of those KvKs, we came out victorious. So we know them, we know what we're getting into, we know they're solid fighters. So we decided to ally with the Water Camp. So if we look at the overall matchup, we've got Water Camp that will obviously be going north against Fire. It's 59.2 billion power in Fire against 58.5 billion in Water. 526 billion kill points in Water versus 424 billion kill points in Fire. And then our little old Wind Camp here, our lowest power camp, 57.5 billion power versus 57.7 billion power. And 520 billion kill points on top versus 515 billion kill points on the bottom. So, I mean, you want to talk an even matchup. This to me looks like a fairly even matchup, right? Now, you guys can say what you will and do your own analysis there, but to me, it looks like a fairly even matchup. So I am excited. I am excited to get some fighting in. Can you see our kingdom kill points? Yep, for sure. Let's see. I don't know. I guess 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, I guess we're a sea kingdom. So yeah, we need to trim some fat. This is power, 8 billion kill points for our main alliance. This is kills for our main alliance, obviously. Here is individual power. So what, the top 25 are all 100 million individual kill points. So yeah, we're ready. We're ready. We're ready for a fight. We're ready for some fun. Yep, roughly Fub, correct. And I plan to drop to at least 130 million power, hopefully more. I would love to get 5 million plus deads this KvK. That would mean there was a lot of fighting and we had a lot of fun. So, good luck to all kingdoms involved. I hope we can have a fun and sporting KvK with very little toxicity and Lost Kingdom chat. I know that's a lot to say. But, hey, we're here to have fun. We're here to play. We're here to meet new people. We're here to make new friends, whether it be on an enemy camp or an allied camp. Because chances are we will see all of you again at some point in time, whether it be in another C-Seed KvK or another D-Seed KvK. The community is small, so you want to make more friends than enemies. But, yeah. That's where we stand. I think at reset, we start Marauders at reset, is that right? 1 hour and 55 minutes? I know there are people that get off on being toxic assholes in Lost Kingdom chat, but that's just not generally how we operate. We got a couple players in our kingdom that recently migrated here who are going against old kingdoms that they migrated from. So they are extra motivated to fight on the field, so it should be a good time. But it is gathering day, so if I see my gatherers come home, forgive me if I jump back to Home Kingdom and send them out real quick. I am king of gathering. King of farmers is me. That's right, farmer. Yep. No, that last KvK where we didn't have any fighting, man, that killed us as far as CC DC'd. I mean, even in DC KvKs, right? I'm getting 6.7 million deads. I'm getting 6.8 million deads. There's only 2 million there, and there's 4 million there, right? So. In DC KvKs, I'm generally dropping and maintaining that 130, 150 million power range. And last KvK, yeah, I think I went from 153 million to 180 million power. 20 billion each needs hard work. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, if we look at the gathering. Right, I'm in first and I'm in 7th place, and I think my other 6 farms are close behind. Or wait, 9 plus 1. Other 9 farms are probably close behind that. Alloys, what's good, dude? Sniper Tom, good to see ya. Yeah, I'm ready to rock. Let me see what do I got for speed ups here. Where is let's go to. Got so many damn discords. Sorry, Alloys, I'm not trying to make you jealous here. Process started for Lambo. Universal, 2,305 days. Healing, 255 days. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I got a full AP bar. You are 100% correct. It is MGE gathering day, so I've been gathering all day. Stitch. Let me ask you a question, Stitch. Are you excited? Are you excited? I'm excited. Rip my speed ups. Yes, sir. Let's see, are there any reports in Fight Club? Nope. Any reports in here? Nope. My plan, this KvK, and you know, all good plans can change, right? We got Boudica YSG, Nibu ZL, Artie Tommy, Guan Scipio. I may change this to Guan Sargon if I'm only using the 1 infantry march. Nevsky Joan, that's 5 marches. Go to 6 marches. We bring in XY Mehmed or maybe XY William. We'll play around with that a bit. Go to 7 marches, then we bring in the Sargon CJ. If I need a support march, it's Trajan Mulan or Trajan Ethelfled. If I need a 3rd infantry march, Harold Alex, not top tier. If I need a 3rd cavalry march, it's Chandragupta William. We can't do a 4th archer march because I only have 3 sets of gear. We've got Dito Hera all set and ready to go. We've got Flavius Hera all set and ready to go. Probably once we get into KvK, this will be a Jadwiga YSS. We are locked and loaded. Hey, Electro King using his membership. Whatever it is, right? I'm sorry, it was a long day at work again. This is supposed to be our slow time of the year, but yeah, it's not. Electro King was the one who made the map for me here, our KvK map for me here. Turn that around real quickly. I thank you for that, Electro. Of course, if you don't know who Electro King is and you're a member, pop that Electro King emoji in chat, please. He does a lot of the graphics for me, intros, outros, emojis, you name it, the man can do it if it's graphics related. If y'all ever need anything, just ask him, hit him up on Discord. Very reasonable prices and fast turnaround, outstanding customer service. Better to buy from another Rise of Kingdoms player than it is to buy from some of those silly websites out there from people you don't even know. We do have a podcast coming up on Saturday. It'll be on Plato's YouTube channel, myself and Apocalypse, Beast Slef, and Plato himself. So if you're not subscribed to Plato, go and do that, so you know when we go live. We have yet to set a time. I know Redline's got a podcast early in the morning, his All Bad show, and then he is doing a special farewell podcast for Bunny at 14 UTC. So rather than do it at our normal 14 UTC and overlap Redline's podcast, you know, we wanted to give Bunny the respect that he deserves and let Redline throw his farewell party for him. Plus, I think we all want to watch it, see what Bunny has to say, right? You never know what's going to come out of the man's mouth. So we're shooting for, I think, sometime around, or his Bunny podcast is at 16 UTC, I'm sorry. So we're shooting for sometime around 17:30 UTC for our Creators Corner podcast. Which is always a good time. I'm sure this KvK will be a topic of conversation. I'm sure the 1960 KvK will be a topic of conversation. Along with the upcoming Osiris League, right? As far as that Osiris League goes, no, that's not standings that I want to look at. It's rank. Somebody said this is actually 1v up top here. So who knows? Quite possibly it's got they got the moon marker, they got the moon marker. Maybe they're all playing in this alliance now to try and get a banner for a second alliance. I don't know. That would be freaking crazy, right? 2 alliances in the same kingdom with a Osiris League frame around their logo. That'd be nuts. There's OV there. JST. They'll probably be out of the KvK and get their troops back in time for the top 32, I would imagine. I don't know the specific timing around that. 58. These guys, the last KvK, they were ranked in the top of their group and they got beat out by 93T. They were the only Imperium or only ranked, you know, with the little icon next to their name. They were the only one to get knocked out in the first round. So maybe they have fixed things in 58H. I know Sky is over there, several players that I started playing this game with. So hopefully they get things turned around there. So yeah, there's a huge drop-off then when you get down. I mean, just an insane drop-off, right? If my mouse will let me scroll quick enough. I mean, they really need to set a limit on this, right? 2 billion or below 2 billion. I don't know. Because a lot of these matches with these teams here on the bottom, it's going to be absolute horseshit. I think they just need to make the regular season count for something. Right? How you do in regular season determines if you get into the Osiris League tournament or not. Hopefully all the podcasters will be in a good mood. Beast has had a few rare moments on the last couple of podcasts, right? But it's always entertaining. Always entertaining. But I mean, that's what's nice about getting the group together, right? You know, Plato's in Toronto. I'm in Wisconsin, which is north of Chicago. Beast is in Germany. Apo's in New Zealand. So, you know, all over the globe. Different levels of players, different levels of spending, different kingdoms. You know, ranging from CC kingdoms to Imperium kingdoms to, you know, crazy Imperium kingdoms like 2489. So, everyone's got different opinions. Sometimes the discussion gets a little bit heated, but that's fun. Hey, Rizu. Good to see you. And I'm sorry, Fleisch's speed up bot, just people use that thing like crazy, huh? I wish I was smart enough to program something like that, but my 6th grade education. So while there's nothing going on here, let's take a peek over at 2049 1960. Same thing as yesterday. Same thing as yesterday, right? 60 GTs rallying, or 1960s rallying the pass. 89 pushes through, they fight in the field, then they all go refresh and sit behind the gate, and then they do it all over again. Nobody's making any progress here. I don't think 89's burned these at all. I could be wrong, but I don't think they burned any of these forts. So it's just kind of a stalemate. Look at all the people, all the lines. My God. Henry Tariq. So it's not auxiliary skills in Warriors Unbound. I forget what they call it. But I've seen some crazy combos. We saw a Henry Nevsky in the 2489 and 1960 KvK. That was wrecking a fort until it got swarmed down. I mean, this Henry Tariq looks like it's doing some damage as well. The white numbers are definitely in favor of the rally, and just look at the red skill damage numbers when they pop. 116,000, 94,000. Is that it, Relics? You know, the one thing I am not looking forward to is clearing fog. But we do have 303 Lost Kingdom maps to help get us jump started. I don't know how much fog that'll clear. Maybe like, what, 15%? Some stupid number like that. I've been clearing fog all day now. Yeah, it's such a pain. I hate it, right? When you send a scout to clear the fog, and it will like run 500 miles to clear one little block of fog on the other side of the mountain, and there will be a little more fog over there, and then it'll run 500 miles to come back to the other side, and then go back, you know, like 10 times. Just makes no logical sense. Yeah, that sounds interesting, but that's way too much thinking, right? I already got to do enough thinking on equipment and armaments and inscriptions. You start throwing those relic or those attribute or whatever they're called, relic skills in there too. Changing the troop type for your commanders, that's way too much thinking for me. Give me a cheat sheet. Give me the Cliff's Notes. You guys are probably too young to remember what Cliff's Notes were since everything's online now. So 93 coming out, but 307 a bit slow to react. There's the king skill. Here they come.
Fight!
Hey, Lordy, what's good? There goes all the sad faces from the rally. Oh, yeah, and of course I'm sitting here on the 1960-2489 map, right? Well, I'm doing well. I got one more day of work this week. I am off on Friday. I go in for my annual doctor checkup. So Monday I went in and they had to do lab work. They got to take blood so they can do lab work, and this is normal shit when you get older, right? So then Friday I'll go in and get the results of the lab work and all that stuff. But I hate it. I hate getting blood drawn. I don't like needles to begin with. I'm getting used to getting stuck with needles now. So it used to be where I had to lay down because I'd get queasy and dizzy and potentially vomit. But now to get blood drawn, you got to fast for 12 hours. That's the worst part. You can't have nothing to eat 12 hours before they take your blood. But, went into the lab to get my blood taken, and every single time I go in, I tell them, I say, now, if you can find the vein and you're good, then I'm going to be good. But if you stick that needle in my arm and you're moving that needle around in my arm trying to find the vein, I will puke. I could faint, but I will puke. And the nurse just kind of looks at me and she goes, okay. No problem. Well, I'm a professional. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's what they all fucking say. So she sticks it in one arm, can't find the vein, pulls it out. She says, okay, maybe we'll have better luck in the other arm. Sticks it in another arm, can't find the vein, pulls it out. She says, okay, well, I'm going to get a different nurse that's a little bit more experienced than me. Another nurse comes over, sticks it in one arm 3 separate times. Tries the other arm 3 separate times. Then they have to get yet another nurse that brings over some contraption with the green light that they shine on your arm to see where the veins are. I don't know. But between the 3 of them, they ended up sticking me 13 fucking times in 2 arms trying to draw blood. I swear to God, I left that fucking lab and I looked like a fucking heroin addict with little fucking needle things all over my arms. I mean, to their credit, if they stuck the needle in and they didn't find the vein, I told them, don't dig around in there. Get that fucking thing out of my arm. So to their credit, they followed my instructions. I guess they didn't want to clean up a stomach full of water. But yeah, not a good experience. Sometimes they get it right in there. Other times, I don't know. No, I didn't die. Not this time. No, if something like that should ever happen to me, then you guys will see a sudden change in content from Rise of Kingdoms to Halo and Minecraft and what else does my son play? Super Smash Brothers. So if all of a sudden you start seeing Halo and Minecraft and Super Smash Brothers live streams, yeah, Lambo's dead. Let's pray that doesn't happen for several dozen years yet, right? But Just throwing that out there. My oldest son would get all my Packer memorabilia, and my youngest son would get all my computer shit. And my wife would have a boatload of fucking money to spend. I'm old, man. I'm 52. It's all good. Once you hit a certain age, you got to kind of start planning for it and accept the fact that, hey, you're not going to live forever. You got to embrace it. You can't be scared. It's going to happen to all of us eventually. It's better to plan ahead and make sure your family's set up than it is to, not plan ahead. 50 more years left. Oh, God. Stitch is vampire. Well, you are, dude. It doesn't matter. I mean, you'll be awake when I go to bed, and then I'll wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. You'll still be online. Then 2 or 3 hours later, you'll be back online. I don't know how you do it. I guess I only needed 3 or 4 hours sleep too when I had an infant, but. Mr. Weedy, what's good? Did you see our matchup, Mr. Weedy? Have you faced any of these kingdoms before? The fuck, you stupid bird? Don't look at me like that. You're the one that flew into the damn window, not me. I didn't do nothing. Scare the shit out of me. Did y'all hear that thud? A bird just flew smack dab into my office window and the blinds are closed. Like, on what planet do you think you can fly through a window? And I was just sitting out there looking at the window like, okay, well, I should be able to fly through that. Okay. At least it's still moving. I mean, Christ. It happens at least once a week. I don't understand what these birds are thinking. Damn. Those are usually pretty thick too, Pete. Those are usually like double or triple pane to keep the insulation real good. They want to see the stream. red, yellow, blue, black, or pink bird, and was it angry? No, I mean it's a robin. It's just kind of standing there now on the patio like it's in shock. I think it probably got concussed or something like that. Because that was a loud thud if you all heard it. I mean, damn. Made me jump. What, is that unlucky or something? Looking for Batman. Oh, Jesus. Good God, looking for Batman. Oh, that's a dad joke if I ever heard one. Probably because I'm laughing at it too, right? I mean, the difference in these two KvKs, right, is 93 pushes through the past. They've at least burned these forts. The forts are still repairing. Whereas 89 has not been able to light any 1960 forts on fire. Hey, innocent boy. Thanks for joining the stream. Good to see you. I mean, that's the difference I see here, you know. And I still think every time 93 is pushing through the past, they're taking notes. Right? At 2238 UTC, we pushed through the past. We got favorable trades in the open field. I'm sure they're logging everything everywhere. I'm sure they know exactly what time they burned this fort yesterday, what time they burned this fort yesterday, you know, and what time they burned this fort yesterday so that they can replicate that today. They might not have been able to light them back on fire during 307's prime time, but I guarantee you 93 will have them burning again before I wake up in the morning. Hey, Brian. Good to see you. It seems like a lot of work, but you know, that's the thing that impresses me about 93 is they do the work. They play smart, they play efficiently, and I just in my head, that's what I picture the leaders in that kingdom doing, right? Which is crazy too, right, Brian? Because, I mean, all of 307's allies can get into this zone. I mean, are their allies just kind of sitting here? You know, hey, we built to this, we're going to touch this. We built to this, we're going to touch this. You know, let's just let 307 fight over here by themselves. I mean, you would think their allies might drop a couple forts in here somewhere, come and get some kill points. You know, who knows? Maybe they're still fighting each other. Top and bottom on the other side of the map. I don't know. Hey, Merc. Good to see you. Yeah, doing well here. Hope you're doing good. I mean, you just got off a 12-hour shift. I'm sure you're doing much better than you were for the last 12 hours, right? Oh, okay. I understand now, Stitch. You were at red bird, yellow bird, blue bird, black bird, or pink bird. And was it angry? We're referencing Angry Birds. It's been years since I played that game. I'm getting attacked by Angry Birds. I don't know if that bird's okay. It's still standing outside on the patio. Thanks, Mark. Yep, and I get it now. I get it now. I'm slow. Yes, I'm slow. We're fighting in the other zone 6? Okay. Alright, Zoe. You're excused this time. Why don't we take a look at that other zone 6? Because this is pretty much stagnant over here. What do we got? 1696, 2062, 1142, 1957, 2501, 1191. Good God, that's a mouthful. On the bottom. This is the zone 6 right here, right? San Pedro. Yeah. Where's the fighting? Nothing going on there. What about over here? All is quiet there. Okay, there's a fort burning there. Hey, Benji. Are you okay, Benji? It's like the third time you come into chat. Howdy, Limbo. Hey, what's up? I see you. I see you. Did you finally get an explanation as to why they tried to zero you? I don't know, Zoe. Give me some coordinates, because respectfully, I don't see a whole lot of fighting over here. I may be looking at the wrong spot, but... What the hell? That's fucked up, Benji. So the blue and purple must be allies, I'm guessing? I would tune in to watch The Real Housewives of 254. Oh, wow. Water and Greenwood are done. They're almost locked. Those are the two 1903 allies down here, right? Okay. Nice work then. So yeah, for content, Zoe, do some random teleporting until you get right over in here, and then you know, help out 307, right? Is this one of those KvKs where you can join alliances of other kingdoms? I completely forget how that works. Oh, got the hiccups. Yeah, that's what it appears to be, Brian. Greenwood and Water are the other two bottom camps. Greenwood bottom middle, Water bottom right. Look at the left circle. We're building some territory to join fighting in that zone. This is the circle here. So it sure is. Sure is. They're working their way down this way to potentially help out. Very nice. And Lily is which kingdom? 1890. So they're from the top right. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so let me just change this here. We have now finalized the time. Saturday at 17:30 UTC. So our Saturday podcast, the time has been finalized now. We're looking at 17:30 UTC over on Plato Gaming. If you're not already subscribed to Plato, go do that now, right? Beast and Plato and Apocalypse and I. Should be fun. Yeah. Yeah, we can show that again, right? 20 kingdoms. 20 kingdoms, C and D's. Well, I don't think anyone's a D kingdom. I think it's mainly C kingdoms. Um, based on the power here, everyone's right around that 11 to 12 million mark. I knew they would put 20 D kingdoms in a KvK. We've been through that before. But I thought maybe C kingdoms, they might do, maybe 4 kingdoms per camp. So 16, but I guess they had a lot of slots to fill in this KvK. God only knows. So I get asked that question a lot, Seth. But we do get fights in lower C KvKs, right? Generally, after a pass opens, we get 1 to 3 days of fighting, and then it kind of chills out a little bit until the next pass opens, and then it's another 1 to 3 days of fighting. So every time a pass opens, you go super hard for anywhere from 24 to 36 to 48 hours, whatever 3 days is, right? And it kind of mellows out after that. It's not 24/7 fighting for 7 days, 8 days, 10 days, 14 days straight, like some of these big Imperium kingdoms are. But that's what makes it fun too. You can actually get some sleep. But when there are big fights, generally when passes open, it's a lot of fighting, a lot like this, but on a smaller scale, right? You don't have, you have maybe 150 players in each kingdom. 1093 can't take over the zone. 1307 will have twice as many passes into Kingsland. So what? They're going to get in here. They're going to have one here. This is not 307 up here. 93 will get in here and here. Well, probably not, because their allies are going to have to go in one of these. So yeah, 90 or 307 and their allies will have 4 passes into Kingsland, where 93 and their allies will have 2. Yeah, that's a good call out, Brian. But, I mean, then again, these level 7 passes open before these level 8 passes. So there's always a chance that, right, that, 93 just defends their level 7 passes here. And pushes in here and captures, potentially this pass into Kingsland. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. I mean, 307 is doing a good job, holding them from burning these forts in their uptime, in their downtime. Oh, hey, here we go. In the 307 downtime, though, they let 93 lit all the forts on fire. RSS and speed ups has limitation for low spenders and free to plays. Yeah, I mean, yeah, unless you're going hog wild and marauders, Sorry, I think my kingdom is very excited about KvK because Discord just doesn't stop going off. I had to mute it again for another hour. Oh, that fort did burn. Look at that. I missed it. All right, here we go. Plug your ears. Oh shit, give me a second. I'm King Farmer. I gotta keep those gatherers going on gathering day. But I want to make sure they come home before reset. Where's another one? Where's another one? Where's another one? There we go. I know y'all can do it. Let's get to 50 likes tonight. That'd be outstanding. If you're not yet subscribed, think about subscribing. It's 100% free, costs you absolutely nothing, helps me out greatly. And while you're here, smash that like button. One of the guys in my alliance told me today that he doesn't watch many Rise of Kingdoms videos, live streams. But he was starting to see my shit pop up on the main page. So that lets me know that y'all are doing fantastic, hitting that subscribe button, pressing that like button, because that's what YouTube looks at, as I understand it, to determine what videos, what live streams they play when somebody first loads into YouTube. And obviously, if you're subscribed to somebody, it pops that stuff up first, but. And I don't know how true it is, you know, just seems to help. The bigger you get, the more people you get out in front of, but I am no calculus major to understand the algorithms of YouTube at all. And you are absolutely correct, Nightbot. Thank you for the reminder. Memberships are now live. You can become a member of the Touchdown Club and get access to a private forum on my Discord by joining the Touchdown Club or enabling gifted memberships in case someone drops gifted memberships in the chat itself. Shagwa, I have been in Imperium Kingdoms. I've been in these big fights. It was fun. But the lag and the drama and the bullshit that comes with being in the many Imperium Kingdoms makes it not so fun. So that's why I much prefer playing in a smaller kingdom. But I was in 1039 at the height of their power with the White Tigers, KvK 1 through like KvK 5. I was in OV in 1052 for several KvKs there. So I've been in Imperium Kingdoms. I've been in big kingdoms. I have more fun playing with a close group of friends than I ever did playing in an Imperium Kingdom where you're just a nameless voice on Discord. Nah, I disagree. I disagree. Jacob, we are in KvK. We have exactly 57 minutes until we can start hitting marauders. These are the kingdoms in our KvK. There are 20 of them. They all appear to be sea kingdoms. We're in the bottom right in the wind camp. We've allied with the water camp. Looks like a fairly even matchup. Got 59.2 billion power in fire, 58.5 in water, 57.7 in earth, 57.5 in wind. Kill points are fairly even. Earth 520 billion, wind 515 billion, fire 424 billion, and water 526 billion. So looks to be a fairly even matchup. We should get some good fights this KvK. Can't wait. Hey Inferno, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for popping on and saying hello today. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So we saw some rallies earlier from 2489 with Attila Henry. Yeah, Attila Henry, look at that. Does not look like it's doing so hot though against the Zenobia. Hey, got a new member. Brigante George, welcome to the Touchdown Club. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. That gives you access to emojis on YouTube and a private area in my Discord server. So be sure and jump on Discord, sign up, link your YouTube account and your Discord account. Watching 3 streams? Nice. Nice. There goes that fort. Here we go again. Plug your ears. All right. Here's the next one, 93. I'm going to have to take a look and see if there's more, if I can add more emojis yet or not. So write myself a note to do that tomorrow. Hey, what's good? Wait, yeah. 93's crazy. 93's crazy. How you doing? How's your fighting going? Is it any change over there in 89? And we can pop over and take a look here while they're loading up for this next fort. Well, it looks like the same old, same old. 89 pushes out, does some field fighting, comes back, refreshes. Pushes out, does some field fighting, goes back, refreshes. Are they still rallying it? Because y'all were swarming down every single rally that they sent at it. I mean, just the fact that you guys have held this pass for damn near what, 30 some odd hours now, 40 some odd hours now. Quite impressive. 2489 is no joke. You know, I forget whose chat I was in earlier, watching somebody stream earlier, and people were saying 93 365 would be a good matchup. And there was a solid debate there as to whether 93 would win or 365 would win in a 1 versus 1. And it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I mean, they do things a lot differently than each other. 365 will swarm more flags down than I see 93 doing. I mean, I think once 93 gets into Kingsland, they go batshit crazy and they'll swarm everything. But when we're playing in the outer zones here, I think they just are very disciplined with their approach. Hey, Roberts. Everything's great here. How are you doing? Yeah, I think the 307 allies were doing better than the 93 allies, for sure. Let's go ahead. Why don't we do a poll on that, right? Let's do a poll on that. Who would win in a 1v1? 1365 or 1093? Yeah, we did kind of go over our matchmaking, but it looks like there's no rally on this fort quite yet, so we can pop it up again. So yesterday we pulled the numbers over here for May. Today the website updated and gave us numbers for June, right? So these numbers in red here reflect a drop in either power or kill points between May and June, or an increase in power and kill points for May and June. Ultimately, we are in Wind Camp. Hey, Green Ray. Thank you for the $5 donation. Appreciate that. Or £5 donation. Greatly appreciated. So, we went with water. And I always get wind and water confused. We're wind, they're water. We went with water as an ally. And I think the one of the main factors was, you know, we saw this huge drop in kill points for the Earth Camp, 66.6 billion, and for the Fire Camp, 66.1 billion, and thought, okay, you know, possibly they had some big time players move out of these kingdoms. You know, so at the end of the day, that did not sit well. And I'm trying not to bash these kingdoms, right? I don't want it to seem like I'm bashing these kingdoms, but that, you know, we thought that the water camp kingdoms that we were going to ally with showed more stability and growth than the earth and the fire camp kingdoms. And that's ultimately, at least that's the reasoning I gave when I was asked who we should go with, as to my justification as to why we should pick water. Fire, you know, they're kitty corner on the map from us, so that would have made the KvK very difficult as well, having to go both ways against similar kingdoms, similar power, similar kill points. So, you know, fire was pretty much out of the mix initially. So we were either going to ally with earth or with water, And just the fact that Earth Camp had dropped that 66 billion kill points between the May numbers and the June numbers, I think led the decision for us to ally with water. Either way, it's a really even matchup, as you can see by the power and the kill points, and it's going to be fun. We expect some fights. By the way, Super Cat is cool and Bulgogi is meh. Appreciate the additional donation there, dude. I think she said there's only one person who calls her Super Cat, so you must know her from a previous kingdom, right? Benji, you forgot what I was going to say? Benji, you forgot what I was going to say when he said you were talking about Imperial Kingdom drama, and I was thinking, if I were staying, probably apply to your kingdom, but I'm not on first. That sucks, Benji. I hate to see you leave the game. There's some jackass zeroed you for pretty much no reason. What are you all doing fighting down here? You got another fort to take out. I'm very happy with our matchmaking. You know, diplomacy went very smoothly. There was no arguing in our camp as to who to ally with. You know, we all gave opinions. I mean, all of the leadership that were in the chat gave opinions. You know, I give my opinion, but I don't... How do I phrase this? I'm not very diplomatic. So they will ask me my opinion, I'll give my opinion, and I'll just shut up after that. And I'll let Kat do all the talking. Yeah, I spoke to her yesterday, but hope Bulgogi reads this. He's really ooh.
I spoke to her yesterday, but hope Bulgogi reads this. He's really WW.
Well, that should be fun. So you're still going to be playing, just piloting some accounts? That's nice. Kill points and power don't matter if no activity. Very true. Very true. Very true. We were in... So 2160 is a kingdom in Water Camp that we have played multiple KvKs with, and we know they are active. You know, we know they fight. We know they leave it all on the battlefield, so that kind of helped with the decision-making process as well. Yeah, Green. Unfortunately, Bulgogi doesn't play anymore. He makes it every time. It seems like every time infantry commanders are released in Mightiest Governor, he'll make an appearance for a couple of days. You know, log into his account, send some farmers out, think about making a comeback, but he just got married, he's got a baby on the way, so he's got a lot of stuff going on in real life. When's our wedding with 2160? Yeah, done. You know, you can attend that wedding and kiss the bride. And Bulgogi's always on our Discord. He's always chatting it up with us on Discord. But as far as playing the game, not so much. I mean, either way, win or lose, we're looking to meet some new people, make some new friends, whether it's new friends with enemies, new friends with different allies, and have fun, right? Fight honorably, fight with integrity. We're not going to stab anyone in the back. We're not going to turn on our allies or anything like that. We'd rather lose a KvK than be known as a kingdom that betrays. Just have fun. That's, after all, it's a game. Yeah, winning is fun, but you can. I've had more fun in some KvKs that I've lost than some KvKs that I've won. KvKs that you win, sometimes people tend to get too greedy and I want this and I want that and I deserve this and I deserve that. KvKs you lose, you just go balls to the wall, go all out. Yeah, we want some good fights, we want some fun fights, we want hopefully Lost Kingdom chat is relatively tame. I'd rather make friends with enemy kingdoms. Even though we're fighting on the battlefield, I'd rather earn their respect by fighting on the battlefield than some of the toxic bullshit that happens in many Lost Kingdom chats. A lot of these C and D kingdoms that we often face in these lower seed KvKs, we see them again in the future. So it's better to make friends than it is to make enemies. Who knows who you're going to have to ally with in the future? Especially when they're dropping 5 kingdoms in a camp, right? All right, cool. Yeah, I will take a screenshot of your message right now and send it to him. And thank you again for the $4.99. I'll read your messages, my friend. You don't have to drop a donation just to get me to read your messages. This isn't one of the bigger streams where they don't read the messages in chat, right? Let's go to 1975 for Pass 4 opens tomorrow. I don't know how much or if I will be streaming tomorrow, to be honest.
I love that.
I love that prick. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. Now, granted, she turns 22, 23? 23. She was born in 2000. So, probably doing family things in the evening. But if I can fire up a quick stream after work for an hour or two, we'll try and do that. There we go. Now 93 is moving up here. By the time they burn that fort on top, this one's gonna be, well, it takes an hour, right? It's probably another 30 minutes and that one can repair. Time do we got? 6:21. I really should get my gatherers out again. New subscriber, JB, thank you for the subscription, sir. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely easier for a free-to-play to get VIP points from Imperium Kingdoms with those chests. I'm not going to disagree with you there. But, at the end of the day, is it worth it? Yeah, and to each his own. Whatever you have fun doing. If you have fun fighting in a KvK in an Imperium Kingdom, by all means, stay there, do it, have fun. If you have more fun fighting in a B, a C, a D Kingdom, then do it. Stay there, have fun. I've often said, and I'll continue to say it, life is too short. If you're doing something and you're not having fun doing it, then don't freaking do it. Especially something like this that you have ultimate control over. Right? If you're not having fun playing this video game, then stop playing the video game. It's as easy as that. Now work is a different story, right? You kind of got to work to put food on the table and support your family and things like that. But, if you're working a job and you're working 40, 45, 50, 55 hours a week, that's a hell of a lot of time to be miserable. So find something you enjoy doing, no matter if they pay you, 50 grand a year or 150 grand a year. If it's something you enjoy doing, that's priceless. Justin was here a couple days ago. He was here yesterday. Yeah, he dropped 10 gifted memberships yesterday. I remember because Cat got one. Wow, that rally got sworn down quickly, if it even was a rally. Pretty cool. We ended up in the same camp. Yeah, I'm excited, Roberts. Hoping to improve and hit all the kill and death goals. Yeah, we don't have specific goals ourselves, but we expect people to be online for every pass opening. Be available when we're building, help out building. If you can't do that and you're babysitting flags that are burning or things like that, there's tons of different ways that we ask people to contribute. Our thing is, if you're not going to be around for a period of time, if you can't be at a pass opening, just let us know up front. It's all about communication. We understand life happens. Things happen, but the times that we have issues with individuals is when, oh, I'm sorry, I was AFK for 2 weeks. I was on a trip. I was overseas, or I was on a cruise, or I was out of town. Or 9 times out of 10, you plan a vacation well ahead of time. If you're going to be out of town and you can't fight, let us know in advance. That's all we ask. So we really don't have any specific kills or dead goals. We don't have any specific kill or dead goals. We just expect everybody to show up and participate. Different people have different ways that they contribute. Hey, G-Man, good question. I think, like any other kingdom, it is holding people accountable, setting the example. The one thing that I can honestly say about our leadership group is, if we ask people to do something, we ask them to fight, we ask them to swarm a flag, we ask them to show up and be online at a certain day, certain time. It's not something that we're unwilling to do ourselves. So we definitely set the example for the rest of the alliance. It's just communication. That's key. Now we're not communicating our specific plans. We're not, we just ask people to follow markers and trust us. We have so many different people on our Discord server that are in the kingdom and not in the kingdom. Lots of friends from other kingdoms and things like that hop on to just chat with us. That, a lot of times we don't communicate the detailed plans in advance to the rest of the alliance. We just say, hey, follow the markers, be on Discord, trust us. But I mean, our where are we here? Personal. I mean, where our MGE events are tightly controlled. We give top 15 point limitation, 5 million overall, so people aren't spending like crazy to get in the top 15. People break the 5 million, they get zeroed. We set those expectations and hold people accountable. I mean, ultimately, Kat runs the show, right? She is the king. She asks for input and opinions. But at the end of the day, she's the shot caller. And I've never seen, I shouldn't say that. I've never been in a kingdom where there is a council that votes and this, that, and the other thing. It's great for an R5 to delegate tasks to certain individuals, like Resurgence. Resurgence does flags. Resurgence and Joker do flags. I do Ark of Osiris. There are other people that may send out alliance mails and send reminders out and coordinate events and things like that. An R5 shouldn't have to micromanage and do all that stuff themselves. But you got to have a core group of players that trust each other, that's in the leadership position, that works well together, that communicates with each other, and then at the end of the day, if all of the opinions are gathered by the king, they have to be the one to call the shots. I look at your kingdom as the ideal D seed. We're actually a C seed now. The stats were updated today, and we are a C seed kingdom. So we got a lot of fat to drop. Hey, Covert. Welcome. Good to see you. We do have flaws, right? We are rather top heavy. We got about 45 super hardcore players and a lot of farms in the alliance, right? That's not necessarily a bad thing because we can farm our 20 billion resources, right? But then use your farms and use your farms to fill flags and fill rallies and use your main account to fight. So that's kind of the plan. I mean, the thing is, we try not to let people in the kingdom who are not going to abide by the rules that we have here. And, we want people that fit in with the rest of us. At the end of the day, we all get along so well with each other. And yeah, any family has fights. Any family has internal disagreements. But, for the most part, we all get along so well with each other that we don't want to bring people into the kingdom that will disrupt that flow, will disrupt that harmony that we have together. Yeah, I mean, I got 10 farms, so got a lot of resources. I have 10 farms. So I have 4 farms on this email address with my main account, And then I have 3 farms on a separate email address and another 3 farms on a third email address. And you can see it's gathering day, right? You can see I am in first place and 10th place with 2 of my accounts. So I'm out there gathering. I'm out there gathering. Which reminds me, okay, 6:30. 6:30. We'll come right back here. Let me see if there's any quick gem nodes I can grab before reset. To bump my MGE gathering score up just a little bit more, so forgive me. We'll just grab this one here because it's quick and easy. There's a 2. There's another 2. Nice. Usually one right in here. Guess that's gone. There's another 2 there. Very good. Was Executioner 10? I thought my farm was 10. Yeah, see? Big ball here. Big ball here. You will be Imperium by the time I wake up tomorrow? No, none of us want that. None of us want that. I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all. I would not trade the experience of playing in 1039, you know, for anything, or 1052 for anything, right? It was enjoyable for the most part when I was in those kingdoms, but 1039 had a lot of dead weight in it that didn't fight, that were just there to collect Solomar's gold chests, and that's what ultimately doomed that kingdom. And 1052 was an excellent experience. I won an Osiris League playing with OV. I greatly thank them for that. I learned so much from John Wick in that kingdom, but it wasn't for me. You know, you just another name on Discord, another voice on Discord. There was always somebody with better gear, so I never got to rally, never got to garrison. You know, and I wanted to kind of do it all. Playing in a KvK when 1029 and 1052 were in the same camp for the first heroic anthem. I met Cat and MF and Mavic and Reaper and all these guys and Stitch. All these guys on Discord, we're chatting away with them, and I remember I remember me and John Wick were on Discord with these guys, and MF is like, guys, come up here, we need some help. And I'm like, okay. So I set my marches on a 9-minute march to go up and help MF. And he's like, Lambo, what are you doing? Just teleport up here. This is coalition territory. Just teleport up here. I'm like, dude, I'll be off territory. They can rally me. And MF just says, I will protect you. Don't worry. Sure as shit. I teleport up there. They send a rally at my city. MF and the TSN group, they swarm it down before it even touches my city. They send another rally at my city. They do the same damn thing. They swarm it down before it even touches my city. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. I can fight with you guys. You know? So they didn't limit. I'll tell you this. They didn't send another rally at my city when MF was online. But I just had so much fun hanging out with these guys that I asked them if I could join them after that KvK. The original answer I got was no. You know, MF said no. And I'm like, all right, you know, no problem. I respect your decision. Thanks for your time. You know, I wasn't going to push it. The man said no. So I had it all lined up to go to Kingdom 1307. Talked to Thor, talking to Mad Phantom, and they were like, yeah, come on. We'll take you here. Had it all lined up, and then, you know, the next day, MF sends me a message, and he says, can you jump on our Discord? We want to talk to you. I'm like, all right. So I jump on, and they're like, okay. We're gonna extend an invitation for you to come to the kingdom. And I'm like, are you guys serious? Because I would love that. And I haven't looked back. I mean, we don't do Osiris League or anything. Nobody wants to take it that seriously and do it every week. We have fun playing our Osiris matches, but, you know, nobody really wants to do League. And that's fine, you know, totally fine. I don't take it overly seriously anymore either. I don't know if I could ever be on a super serious Osiris League team again, because that was stressful as all hell. You think a kingdom will survive KvK after KvK out of pure cooperation, even if there's few to no spenders in it? So I think one of the better examples of a low spending kingdom that we have ever faced is 1428. Their territory planning was such that, I mean, they built a 1093 level fort wall. Every time we would take down a fort, they would back build another fort. And we made absolutely no progress against them, and it was hard. That, unfortunately, was a KvK where we were in Wind Camp and we allied with Earth Camp, and Earth Camp had a civil war in the middle of KvK. They started fighting each other. A couple of the kingdoms turned on the other two kingdoms in there. You know, they started helping the fire camp and the water camp. So once we finally got into Kingsland, you know, it was pretty much us versus the world. And unfortunately that's KvK we lost. But you know, I think had we in 1428 didn't have a lot of high spenders. You know, they had maybe one or two. So I mean, if you do things right and you cooperate and you have the numbers and everybody's on board with the plan, yeah, you can be successful 100%. But not a lot of kingdoms have that. You know, there are lots of times that egos get in the way, and there are lots of I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I guess I'll just say it. There are lots of free-to-play players that get greedy. You know, that don't want to go out there and kill troops because they'll drop power, and then people will look at them different. You know, well, you could say that about spenders too. There's a lot of spenders, Mimi, who they see it as a status symbol to have a certain power level. You know, and they don't necessarily play up to those expectations. You know, but I mean, you just got to build the kingdom correctly, and make sure everybody's on board with the plan. And if there's drama, deal with it. Nip it in the bud. You know, you can't let drama fester in a kingdom, because it'll tear a kingdom apart. Hey, Snow. Good to see you. And I think that's one of the things that we do best here is as soon as there's any inkling of any drama, and there hasn't been for a long time, Cat would just say, I ain't having this shit. Either get the fuck out or you're zeroed. You know, so I mean, you know, Cat's a girl, but she's got bigger balls than a lot of men I met. I have ego, but my ego stops as long as I get snacks while fighting. Like, what are we talking? Like, Oreos, M&Ms, Nutter Butters, chips, popcorn, pistachios. Digestives and orange juice. Okay. Okay. Yeah, me too. Kind of. I gotta limit my salt intake. You know, the older you get, the more bullshit restrictions you have on diets. But hey. I think I eat more fish and chicken than I've ever eaten in my entire life. You know, it used to be red meat, but now it's yeah, cholesterol's too high, or this is too high, or that's too high, and gotta eat fish or seafood or vegetarian twice a week, and chicken or turkey twice a week, and red meat once a week. It sucks. I've always been a meat and potatoes guy. I thoroughly enjoy a double bacon butter burger, cheeseburger deluxe with, you know, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise. But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, right? I mean, there are some really good Mediterranean dishes out there um, that are vegetarian. You know, like chickpeas. I really like scallops. I never even tried scallops until I, you know, started eating more seafood. There is some scallop dish that HelloFresh had with scallops and Brussels sprouts. Yeah, Brussels sprout. Never had Brussels sprouts until I tried that, and it was quite good. So, yeah, potatoes are high in carbs. I see Mad Mania sitting there playing with himself on Discord. Digestives, milk chocolate. What the hell is that? Did I say sports? Brussels sprouts? Yeah, Brussels sprouts. Probably eat more veggies than I've ever eaten before now. But, you know, that's what having a scare will do to you, right? It's kind of the world works in mysterious ways. You know, you quit drinking Mountain Dew, you change to Diet Mountain Dew, and a year later you're diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. You know, then you quit smoking cigarettes. A year later you have a heart attack. It's like, why'd I quit drinking Mountain Dew, and why'd I quit smoking if it's just gonna fuck me up? But it is what it is. Your stomach just regurgitates pork products now? That's odd. I will say, though, turkey bacon just ain't the same as regular bacon. MF has said try beef bacon, but I can't find that anywhere. Probably I gotta go to a specialty butcher for that. Hope you invest in air fresheners. Yeah. Asparagus, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli. I generally am sleeping on the couch that night. But you slowly get used to it. Where are y'all going? Where are y'all going here? Imagine this has about 10-15 minutes before they can extinguish it. You know, I mean, the clogged artery I had and the heart attack I had was probably due to working at McDonald's for close to 7 years and eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner there for close to 7 years when I was a teenager and a young adult, right? And then managing a Pizza Hut for 2 years. That probably didn't help either. Working at a restaurant, bar, and grill for a couple of years. That didn't probably help either, but and then getting a desk job and sitting in my ass for the last 16 years without a whole heck of a lot of exercise. But we've changed our lifestyle, and hopefully that will not happen again anytime soon. Damn, y'all, you've been killing it. One more like and we hit 50. Come on, you can do it. One more. One more. If there's somebody out there that hasn't hit like yet, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see what this poll says, right? End poll. So 51% think 1093 would beat 365 in a 1v1. My buddy's 67 years old, drinks 9 Top Can, and rolls his own cigarettes. Dude is crazy energy. I bet he's got a more active lifestyle, right? He's probably got a more active lifestyle, probably a job where he's on his feet, moving around all the time. 9 tall cans, okay. I mean, that's the thing. Until I had a desk job and until I wasn't exercising is when health issues started. So You know, when you're young, you think you're indestructible, and that mentality kind of carries over into, the 30s and 40s and 50s, and then you kind of hit a wall there, and you realize, my God, I am mortal. You know. I'm going to see one more fort rally before we call it. Hey, there we go. 51. 51. Thank you all. Here we go. Here we go. If you don't have gifting enabled, do it now. Do it now. Lambo's dropping 5. Who gets them? Who gets them? Hall Gaming, New Jack, Merc, Loco, and Nate. Congratulations, guys. They're probably not even here anymore. I know Merc was in here earlier, so was New Jack. Soup Gaming was here. I don't remember Hall being here today, but hey. Congratulations, y'all. Shit, what time is it? No, I gotta send her home before I forget. I know that's time that reset is gonna sneak up on me, and I want that gold. I want that gold in my city before gathering day ends. Hey, bro, what's going on? Noob. Oh, ho, ho. Plato with the raid. Thank you, Plato. Welcome to everyone who is watching Plato. If you don't know who Plato is, you're living under a rock. We're going to drop a link to his channel in chat here. He likes to touch grass, so ask him to touch yours. Go and subscribe to Plato Gaming. He is one of our podcast members. Speaking of the podcast, it's going to be on Plato's channel, so that's another reason to go and subscribe to his channel. Podcast, Saturday, 1730 UTC. Plato, Beast, myself, and Apocalypse Gaming. Probably talking a lot about this KvK, about the 1960 KvK. About the other KvK, what is it, 1875, I think? It's got a big KvK coming up with 5 Imperium Kingdoms. So, yeah. Am I doing Marauders? Yeah, I'm probably doing Marauders. Probably doing Marauders. I don't think y'all want to watch me do Marauders, but I'll probably do Marauders. And he's a fellow Canadian like you. Hey. Yeah, eh? It's from north of the border, eh? Yeah, welcome, guys. I appreciate y'all being here. Plato, I appreciate the raid. If you're not yet subscribed, smash that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. It costs you nothing. And, hey, what the hell? Hammer that like button while you're here. Plan is to go... Yeah, you went crazy on Marauders last KvK. Our Marauders start in what? 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Lambo. It comes from Lambeau Field, home of the Green Bay Packers. I play in a C seed kingdom. We are a C seed kingdom now. We migrated out of the D seed kingdoms. But I've been around. I've been in big Imperiums before, and I just enjoy playing in a smaller kingdom much more now. Our upcoming KvK, you all may think it's quite crazy, but it's pretty normal for low seed kingdoms. There are 20 kingdoms in a heroic anthem. Yes, you heard me right, 20. So it should be fun. Should be fun. We are in the wind camp on the bottom right. We've allied with the water camp. Very evenly distributed power, kill points. Looks like a very even matchup. Looks like a fun matchup. Can't wait. As far as my stats, I'll just briefly. 9.6 billion kill points, 42 million dead. I am the Farm King, 27 billion resources gathered. Got a lot of resources now. I recently dumped my farms as we're going into KvK, so I'm ready to rock. Playing Kingdom 1029 with the man, the myth, the legend, MF. 30 billion kill points. 225 million deads. And let me tell you, getting kill points in a lower seed kingdom is much, much harder than getting kill points in an Imperium kingdom where there's fighting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll fight for maybe a day or two after a pass opens, and then it's pretty quiet until the next pass opens. Which is nice. I'm old. I don't have to stay up for 70 straight hours. I do not have any pilots on my account. Every kill point I have, every resource I've gathered, every dead troop I have, done by my own blood, sweat, and tears. You're still going to be up in the morning when I wake up, aren't you? Aren't you mad doing Marauders? Oh, yeah, hey, that fort's repairing. They never did burn that fort up top, did they? Doing a Grey Worm? Oh. What did he do? Like 40 hours straight? And well, not straight. He took a break and played another game for a little bit. Well, he played another game on stream. I think he was doing Marauders off on a BlueStacks instance or something. Yeah, don't get sick. I know he felt like total crap after he did Marauders for 40 hours. Alright, I'm sure we got a rally coming in here shortly. Yes, there it is. Is that the Henry? No, they were doing Attila Henry rallies up top. This is my Henry Nevsky. They do some really weird shit in this KvK. Only Farmer, what's good? Only Farmer is another content creator. She is working her way up. She's been streaming quite a bit. Henry Nebu. They're swarming the hell out of that. She's been working her way up quite a bit. Be sure and go and give her a subscription as well while you all are at it. The small content creators, we gotta stick together and help promote each other. Eating dinner, editing photos, and watching a KvK stream. Hell yeah. Appreciate you jumping on and hanging out. Yeah. So I forget, Matt. I think Marauders spawn generally from Zone 1, then they in Zone 2, and then in Zone 3. You might find some in Zone 1 in the next few minutes here. Right, yeah, Marauders. Here we go. Hi, bro. I've never used Harold and Sippy or Sippy and Harold together myself. Harold Alex is my 3rd Infantry March, and I think those two pair very well together, and I always got good reports from that. Boom. That said, you know, I would probably defer that question to others who have used Scipio Harold. Matt is saying Sippy Harold. So, I mean, I have no experience with those two together myself. And I'm just being honest with you, bro. I mean, I run Guan Sippy, Sargon CJ, and then if I have to field a 3rd Infantry March, it's Harold Alex. Emotional damage. You want emotional damage? We'll give you some emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Hey, Anthony, good to see you. Yeah, I mean, you can always take those combos, right, and gear them up the same, and take one out and hit a level 25 barb and look at the reports. You know, maybe only use 50,000 troops instead of 210,000 troops. You know, and then switch the combo around and do the same thing. And you can kind of get a baseline to see, comparing those reports, as to which one will potentially do better. I'd like Alex myself for the shield that he provides to other troops on the field. But, you know, if you're looking to do pure damage, I would probably agree with Matt, and Sippy Harold's the way to go. Pulverize or calm or 3.5% health inscription. What is pulverize? Off the top of my head, I don't know what pulverize is. Armaments. Where do we look? I forget exactly where to go. Where's the codex? Where's the codex? Bacall Hero is good only for cheeseburgering. So give me just a second before I forget to do this. I'm going to restart the game. Pulverize. I mean, you really can't go wrong with 3.5% health, but pulverize and calm, if I remember correctly, those are harder ones to get. And if I could remember where this damn codex is, right? I think maybe you gotta go to a commander to see it. Where's my Boudica? There we go. Calm. That's not bad. Where's pulverize? Hey, Swizz. Nice new badge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright, is pulverize on here too? Did I miss it? There we go. %, bonus to normal attack for 1 second, cooldown 5 seconds. 30% chance to gain a 10% attack for 3 seconds. So 3 seconds, 1 second, 20%, 10%, 30% chance, 10% chance. You're getting a 10. I think I like calm better. 30% chance. You got a greater chance to gain 10% and it lasts longer. Just my opinion. This is my Boudica. I love Boudica. We got Hunter from the last KvK. We got Brutal, Vitality, Infamy. Pretty proud of my Nevsky as well. Now I could do without the siege and without the troop load, but we got 6 armaments on this bad boy, or 6 inscriptions on this bad boy. Same with Guan. I think I'm ready for KvK. I would love to re-roll some of these. Love to re-roll some of these. Alright, let's see what we got going on out here. And there's the neighbor kid driving past the house with his subwoofer absolutely cranked. I don't know if you guys can hear that. My freaking windows are shaking. Worse luck week by week? I don't know. I mean, I opened a bunch of armaments yesterday and it was garbage. But alright, well, how do we do? Do we... Oh, hey, contribution points. I'll take that. Rank 1 in resource gathering. Yes, we retain our crown. King Farmer. Oh no, Lambo Farm slipped to 6th. Did I get passed again in Sunset last minute? I did. I did. It's okay, Alpha. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you right now. Alright guys, I think we're going to call it a day. I don't think anyone here wants to watch me do Marauders. I know, and I thank y'all for coming over from Plato's stream. I thank Plato for the raid. I wish I could go on a little bit longer tonight and stream a little bit longer, but I want to get some Marauders done for the Kingdom, get us off to a good start there. And I think Jake the dog is still streaming. He's fighting in some KvK, so we will get you over there to Jake. Once you get there, tell him hello from Lambo. And we will probably be on for a little bit tomorrow, streaming some KvK action, maybe some Marauders. It is my daughter's birthday, so we do have some family time scheduled as well. But thanks again, y'all, for jumping on, hanging out, the good conversation, the fun times. And we'll see you next time.